President Oluwole Bola Ahmed Tinubu was in Plateau State today in pretense to go and visit those who lost their loved ones in the recent attack that happened in Plateau State, just precisely. But sadly, he ended his journey at the airport. Yes, and when he got to the airport, he was complaining about blackout, complaining about the fact that there was no light, there was no electricity. And this is a president that recently disconnected from the national grid as a result of failure of electricity. This same man is saddled with the responsibility of providing the nation electricity, but having failed woefully, he went to install solar in his office and in his home as well. That is a matter for another day anyway. Do you know the president that was supposed to travel down to all these villages in Plateau State in Jos, where this incident took place, where people lost their loved ones to this terrorist attack? Bola Ahmed Tinubu ought to be in these villages to visit those who were grieving. But sadly, he ended his journey at the airport. The same people that lost their loved ones, that were grieving, were the same people that was transported from their villages down to the airport to see Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Nigerians, where is the empathy of your president? You can see the kind of man you have as a president. Bola Ahmed Tinubu does not deserve to be a local government chairman, let alone the president of the biggest and the most populous black nation on planet Earth. It is a shame. Having Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is a pill, is a bitter pill for Nigerians to swallow. It is shameful, it is disgraceful that this is the kind of a man some Nigerians still clamoring for to remain in power beyond 2027. But I am sure Nigerians will not allow that to happen. You see this affliction called Bola Ahmed Tinubu or Bola Oluwole Ahmed Tinubu, he is an affliction on us that must not be allowed to rise again the second time. Yes, a man that was supposed to be a man that was supposed to be visiting those people grieving, but instead reverse was the case. Those that were grieving were the one who was transported from their villages to come and visit Tinubu at the airport in Plateau State. And tomorrow some people will be asking, what would Peter Obi have done differently if he was to be the president of Nigeria? Would Peter Obi ever end his journey at the airport in a situation like this, instead of going to this village to go and visit those that were grieving? Would Peter Obi request the villagers who were grieving to be transported to come and meet him at the airport? At least you know the answer. Even if you were a hater of Peter Obi, you know that Peter Obi will never do that. Bola Ahmed Tinubu do not know what empathy is. He could never grieve with those that were grieving. He doesn't really care. He only pretends to visit them just to do it for the eyes. But sadly, he ended his visit at the airport. So we can boldly say President Bola Ahmed Tinubu never visited those that were grieving at their villages. That's the truth. He never did. Then tomorrow, some people will want this president to continue in power. To as many of you that will want something like that, the situation of those people grieving in Jos right now will be better than yours, the one that will happen to you. He went there and was promising them that this situation will not repeat again, as if his word carries any weight. But Ahmed Tinubu said this thing will not repeat again. The same situation that they've been in over time and over again. I was telling them gibberish. But I'm giving him from now till another 1 week. Let's see if worse situation will not happen in Plateau State or in other part of Nigeria, especially the northern part of Nigeria. Let's wait. From now till the nearest future, we will have even worse situation because we know we have no government in Nigeria. So all these terrorists does what they do freely. After all, the chief of defense staff is defending them. National security advisor to the president is defending them. All the people that should be fighting terrorism are the ones defending them. And your president is there making noise. A failed president, an incompetent man, forcing himself on us. Your reign will not go beyond 2027.